Hi everyone, this is Xinqing. I thought today I will record a quick video to give you an introduction, a tour of Yaya.press, which is this web app that my husband David and I developed for language learning. So basically, it is a note-taking tool, but you can also generate content and writing practices and vocabulary and flashcards in any languages. Whichever level you are, because behind this web app is basically ChatGPT. So we use GPT to power all the functions here. So if you type yaya.press, it will lead you to this front page. You can simply, so here you can sign in and sign out, make your own account, which is easier for you to organize all your documents. But you can also just click here to say try it out. So if we say try it out here, it will give you a blank page. Basically, Yaya.press is a Google Doc where multiple collaborators, multiple people can work on the same document at the same time. So you and your teacher, when you're taking a live class online, you can both work on the same document. What you want to do first is to configure the language you are learning. So for example, I am learning Japanese myself. So we can choose Japanese and your level. I can say elementary or intermediary. And here you can see different options for translation and pronunciation. So if you don't want to show the pronunciation, then it's just Japanese and English. You can also choose to blur something. So let's say, for example, if I type, a kanji here, and then see it gives you, now Kyoten is the Romanji, where today is the English, but then you can also now blur the English if the teacher doesn't want the students to see the translation immediately, but then by moving your mouse here, you can also see the words. Another function that I really like to use is you can also type in English or type in Romanji or anything. So for example, if during the class, the student wants to say a Japanese word, so they can just say, oh, how do you say bridge, for example? And you type in bridge, and you can see, oh, so hashi is bridge, and you can see it here. Let's change to Chinese and give it a try. So now in Chinese, it becomes Chinese and Pinyin and English. When I give Chinese classes, I can just type in the kanji, the characters as I speak. So if I want to say 今天我吃饭了, which is a sentence, then you can see the pinyin is shown here and English translation. One thing about Chinese that I think is very useful is you can also type in pinyin, and then the AI will try to figure out what you want to say as a sentence. So for example, if I want to say 我, let's type, you don't have to put in tones. You want to say I am a student, 我是一个学生, then you can see, here the AI already figured out you want to say I'm a student. So this is the basic note-taking function. I can also quickly show you that in my account, I have been using this for a long time. So this is my document, which is a file sorting system, very simple. You choose your language. So this is on my Chinese document. We can take a look at my Japanese document. So I learned Japanese with YouTube. I also have Japanese classes. Going back, you can also see that this is all the Chinese episodes. So these are the transcripts that you have seen in my podcast. Once I start teaching Chinese, I will also organize all my documents here. So this is basically for the teacher's function as a teacher. Then you can add student one and the dates. You can lock the file so that no one can change the content. But if you keep it editable, then the students can also work on the documents at the same time. Let's say if I click here, this is on my class notes here. So you can see basically these are the words that my teacher taught me during the classes. Now another function I use a lot is the vocabulary list, which means after this class, you can click on any of the words and you can see there are a few functions you can try here. If you click on the question mark, basically you're asking AI assistant the question, what does jidensha mean? And then AI will give you a whole very intelligent response, and also even some example sentences. Another thing you can do with a word is this plus means add it to the vocabulary list. So here you can see this is my vocabulary list, and now I'm adding jidensha to it. I already have a few, so like these are all the words I have added. They are all highlighted here. What you can also do is pronounce it, so the AI will pronounce the word for you. And lastly, which is a really useful function, is you can at any time leave a comment, a question, or instruction to AI. Basically, just pretend you are asking a question to your teacher. So let's say if I want to ask, what is the difference between jidensha and densha? Okay, I even made a typo, but I'm sure AI will understand this. So it's processing, and then here, now it's here, answering your question and giving you like all the sentences. So this is your AI assistant, which is helping your teacher to teach you or answer any questions. Now, if we go back to the vocabulary list, here, this is all my vocabulary from this document. You can download it as a CSV file or a vocabulary list or Anki. Anki is for Chinese learning. You can also generate a review, which is a function I use a lot. So here, if I include all the words, like 83 words here, you can maybe generate a flashcards. So let's see what will happen. I'm generating a review for flashcard, so it's giving me a new document. Here. Lastly, I want to show you my favorite function, which is content generation, which means that using AI, Yaya is able to generate unlimited content at any level for any languages. And you can learn through these contents, for example, a story or a diary entry or an essay about politics or international news. So for example, now I have set up my target language is Japanese and my level is newbie. So you can say, I want the diary entry. By clicking this, we will give you a sample prompt, for example, a diary entry about a day spent with a friend. You can also ask different questions. For example, if you want to say here, can you write an essay about Japanese culture and Chinese culture? Then it will generate another new essay about Japanese and Chinese culture at newbie level. So here you can say you can already read this and then add words to your vocabulary. And you can also let Yaya read the entire article for you in your target language only or interlaced with English. And you can choose male voice or female voice.
这个拥有5000年历史的文明不仅深深影响
So this is Yaya. I'm so happy to introduce it to you. As we mentioned, this is still a beta version, so there will be some bugs. We welcome really your feedback or any comments. Report to us if you feel you see any bugs. Here is our email address, hello@yaya.press. Send us emails if you have any questions. We really want to improve this tool for language learners across the world, not only for Chinese, but any languages. So your feedback will really help us improve. And thank you for watching.